Alrighty there. Hello, you fellow Dusty Dogs and Travelers of the Trail out there. My name is Dusty Yoda here for DIOD Gaming, and welcome to Planet Zoo. I've done a couple of these before on stream before, and I just decided, yeah, you know what? I got some inspiration recently because, hey, guess what? As if I go over here. The America's Animal Pack is out now, and that actually is something that is important to me because it finally includes a coyote. Yes, for as long as this game has been out, it hasn't had a coyote yet, so I've been having to make do with wolves and various sorts. But now it has a coyote. But that's not the entire reason we're here. Of course, I actually had. What I did was, I not too long ago had an idea to make some scenarios based on stuff that I knew. In for a couple of games. I wanted to do some for Planet Coaster. I wanted to do some stuff for Planet Zoo. I wanted to do some stuff for Roller Coaster Tycoon. And the one that occurred to me to do first was probably in was actually in Roller Coaster Tycoon. I created a whole scenario based off of it. But I wanted to do it for Planet Zoo as kind of like a chill thing. I will probably try to do something like this about once a month. I'm also not going to do what I've been doing lately with these. I'm going to be doing a slightly modified version of my old one. So you'll be seeing these going up in the modified format over on YouTube, but I'm going to kind of stick to how the format used to go kind of on here. So you are going to see this as kind of a weird, like, hybrid mixture of the new style plus what we're doing here. That being said, let's go ahead. We're going to start off as a sandbox, so I could just do normal. Apparently, I've done some other stuff before with the exact same naming. Let's head over here, because we are going to want to go to the North American grassland. We're going to put it on easy, because that'll make it easy for me. Easy difficulty. Animal welfare is easier. It takes longer to get stressed. They don't get bored of enrichment stuff, so there's stuff that I can do here that'll allow me to just kind of be flexible and create, which is entirely what I'm here for. I'm just literally doing this because I'm going to be spending a lot of time getting obsessive about a bunch of stuff, so we're not going to go do a whole bunch of stuff. So let's go ahead and create a zoo. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a zoo. Now, this is going to be a little weird because this is going to take a lot more than like my standard would, so we're going to be definitely doing a lot of pre-prep for this one. Sorry, I know you'll all like the popping. I should get a pop filter, but this has actually been relatively decent at, like, not doing that. Alrighty, let's get ourselves a little bit of a zoo started. Let's see. Now, the main thing is we are not going to be taking our original pathing here. So here is, I might put up a thing on the thing, but actually, no, I won't. Essentially, what I have here is a map. What I have in front of me right now is a map. Self-explanatory. Basically, what the map is this is a map of a park that I have. I'm literally like a 10-minute drive away from. So it's literally something that is my exact neighborhood that we're going to be seeing. And I'm going to try and do a bunch of stuff with it that was part of this park, and I'm going to turn it into a, like, semi-legitimate thing. So, yeah. I thought that would be cool. So that is what I'm going to do. It's going to be a little bit weird because I'm definitely going to need to do a lot of stuff that I haven't done a lot of before. I have been doing some of this stuff in Planet Coaster, so I am a little bit more familiar. Planet Coaster 2, so I will be a little tiny bit more familiar with it, but it's still going to be a little weird to me. So full warning, I'm going to be testing out a lot of stuff that I had done in Planet Coaster not Planet Coaster. Yeah, in Planet Coaster 2. That is kind of weird, but it should create a nice little experience here. Alrighty, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to create a parking lot, and we're going to create the parking lot, yeah, I'd say about right here. That'll be a good spot for it. So we're going to do, I'm going to need 4. Yep, I need, yeah, so it'll be like that. And then I'm doing this because we're going to do something very handy with it in just a moment. Where is my... You know, we'll do the tree bark path, because that's a pretty... Alright, so now... What I have here is basically laid out a whole bunch of, like, standard grass. Or standard pathing for this thing. Because we're going to move these... We're going to edit a building. And we're going to move you... all the way up here to our brand new entrance location. And we're going to take you. We're going to move you all the way to your brand new entrance location. And then the rest of it... gets deleted. So yeah, there we go. So I did a lot there in a very short amount of time. All right, so now I have one here. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Curl you up around that way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Curl you up around that way. So yeah, a little something of a parking lot here. Let's actually go ahead and do... Yeah, let's do that. See, a lot of what I'm going to be doing this session is probably just putting on a lot of the base pathing so I can establish terrain. Because this is going to be kind of complicated. I have two... to put it simply, I have two... I have a lake and a pond that I'll be trying to build. So I will probably need a fair amount of land in order to get them in, but we are going to try our damnedest. Let's go ahead and bring you down this way. We're going to also do a little... I like doing this kind of thing. We're going to put a little... almost like a bus stop kind of area. And let's do 2 down from here. We'll have this. Alright, so now... I'm going to want to do a couple of weird things. Let's take our tree bark path, because that's where we're going to be starting. Alright, so... Okay, yeah, so let's start up here. So I'm going to be doing a couple of weird things with this one. This is kind of... not experimental, but there's definitely a lot of stuff that I'll be doing that I'm not comfortable still with doing. I practiced a lot of stuff with Planet Coaster, but there's a lot of stuff that I'm still trying to get the hang of as far as, like, pathing elements and stuff like that, so you're gonna have to forgive me. But that being said, we do have the very nice Planet Zoo music to accompany us while I do this. Yes, so what I will want is... Actually, no, not this one. Let's do... Do I have... I thought I had something similar... This is probably the best one that I have here. Natural path that marks your terrain with curb railings. I think I have that, the best one. Okay, so let me... Here, let's look at it from this perspective, because this is actually probably going to be way more helpful. Essentially, I need to create a small pond in this area, and then a larger lake that kind of goes down over to here. But yeah, it's gonna get a little complicated, because I definitely will need to do... There's definitely going to be a lot of stuff that I will have to do here. Let me see. So I think I already have to start kind of making... Why do you not want to hook up on here? There we go. So we're going to immediately need something to start going up that way. Because we're going to already almost be at the other side of the lake here. Or the smaller pond. The smaller pond has a little bit more area around it, but I still need to make sure that I get all of that in before I go too far. Let's see. I think I could tell what's over here, so let's do... Let's see. So we already got to kind of start moving maybe this way. Let me put you, like, right here. Actually, wait, no, let's put you right here, and then we're going to put you 1, 2, 3, 1, 2... Do like that. Because I needed to curve around a little bit. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a whole series of pathways that just kind of goes... Actually, wait, let me do, like, here, and then... Yeah, so we have kind of like a curve that then kind of leans out a bit. And that'll take me up to... I want to do one more, so we're going to do a little bit longer this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do here. So essentially, I just created a whole bunch of blocks so I have some steady pathing at first. Now I'm going to switch to... Let's do the rustic path. I like this tile path. That's a cool path. I like that one a lot. Let's see. Because we have a very important building that's going to be going... I think right about here. Because this is already now our south edge of the pond area. Let's go ahead and bring some stuff down this way. I'm hearing noise. I think people are here. I don't like people. No, I like whoever is here perfectly fine. It just is also one of those things where it's just like, God dang it. Oh, let me go across from you. Because we're about to hit one of the first major landmarks for the side. I actually already think I went too far. Let's go ahead and head back here, because I'm going to do... You're going to go here, you're going to go here. And then you're going to go, like, right here. Actually, no, you're going to go right here. So this whole thing is getting moved, like, 2 down. Anybody who's been anywhere in my neck of the woods, although I know this is going to be, like, a, like... very niche kind of park-ish. Niche because it's like, okay, who would know anything about this except for, like, a local like me who lives here, but this is where I'm taking my inspiration from. Let me actually pull you one more down and put you... Yeah, because you're more to this edge anyway, so you're like that. And then we're going to do... kind of right in the middle here, so let's do... Do I have... I made an odd amount. That's fine. Because I could do like this. And then do. Essentially what I'm going to need to do for these is kind of move them off to a couple of different areas. So let me actually... Yeah, because this one is going to go... It doesn't need to go that far over, but I do need it to go over a little bit. To, like, right... Oh, you're actually going to be up further. Shit. I need you up, like... here-ish. And we'll connect you in just a moment. For right now, let me do... Let me actually adjust a lot of the grass around here, because I do not like this long grass setting. We'll probably adjust it back a little bit in places, but working territory, I want the shorter grass. I'm going to go around the dirt because I don't want to mess that up too much. We are already kind of at the Is this southern? Yeah, this would be the southern end of the smaller pond. So we're already kind of moving. We're already kind of moving in a direction that I need to go in. Let me see. So let me go back to my pathing, because we're definitely still aligning it to the grid. I think there is going to be fine. And I will want to use asphalt path now. And we will be populating the middle of this with a bunch of buildings and stuff like that. But I got to get a couple of things in here before I get too far. Let's see. I'm going to put... The idea of this was going to be my original entrance, and then I decided, no, there's an actual parking lot in that particular location. That would be more accurate to actually doing something with it. But we're still going to make a little, like, plaza kind of thing here, I think. You say that looks probably pretty good. Alright, so that connects up to that, so yeah. So this will connect up to that. So this is going to go in kind of a big arc over to here. Let me actually do one more over here. So this is going to connect in an arc up to here. This is going to connect in an arc over to here. Let me actually do one more on either side here. Just so the arc isn't so totally pointed out. So yeah. You can kind of see I'm already very, very ambitious with this. Let me actually see if I can do some stuff here. So we're going to do 2... Let's no longer align it to grid, and I need it. I want your length up, please. Oh. Can I... Hello? Hello? Why you not let me? Oh, that's why, because I still had it on a grid select. Okay, so now we have 8 meter. Oh, you won't let me. You won't let me because you think I'm still trying to go to a grid. Okay, fine, then we'll do this and see if that does anything. Deselect. It kind of will. It still doesn't entirely like it, but it will kind of at least follow it. Yeah, I'm not quite... I'm still having a little bit of trouble with this if you can't tell. If you can't tell, I'm still having a little bit of trouble with it. Let's go ahead... Can I get you kind of like square in the middle? No, you hate being square in the middle. Maybe if I put it to 7. I can then at least get it between these two. Nope, it still hates it. It still hates it. Okay. Good. Good to know. Good to know. Oh, wait, it kind of... That's the best I can get it. I don't like it still. Oop. Square that edge. Now we deselect. Wow, yeah, even when I try to do it from over here, it's still like taking it from like freaking 3 path queues away. Like, why? Okay, we will have to modify to our original kind of ideas. So let's align to grid. Let's not do square edges for right now. There's a way I'll kind of be able to sort this out. I think this is about where I can start doing that. It still don't want to work very well. Wow, I'm surprised it actually does not want to work at all. It kind of does now here. It's not great. Let's move you to 2 and try doing... There we go, okay. It's still... It's not the best. It is definitely not going to be as clean as I was hoping for it to be. God, that's an ugly looking path. Can I straighten it out a little bit? Maybe and help myself out? The thing is, I want most of it on the grid for a certain reason. And that is when it's when I'm trying to build buildings and stuff like that, it's way easier if I can keep it along a grid. Otherwise, it's a pain in the ass. There we go. Okay. That's about as neat as I'm going to get it, I think. All right, now we got to do the same thing here, which is going to make this even more of a pain. That's about as good as I'm going to get it. Now I got to do the same on the other side. No, I didn't tell you to connect. No, I did not tell you to connect. I hate this because I think I have to do this almost just like a standard path, like this. I don't like working with that. Okay, that's it. Oh. Oh, but I think we kind of got it, though. Oh, but I think we kind of got it. I have no idea what I was... Okay, so now... Okay, yeah. So now let's do... Where this one. Connect you to that one. Okay. 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 I'm still very scared, but okay. Ooh, wait. Yes, use T. Use T. That seems weird. That seems like a weird thing to say. Use T! But yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, is use a T junction. Can I... Why do you not like this game series as a whole does not like performing like this for some reason. Let me actually align to grid and see if I can do it this a semi non-standard one. Nope, it does. It's obstructed. Yeah, it's obstructed. That's what it's saying. It's obstructed. Obstructed by what? Oh, that's a weird one. Can I? Yeah. Wait. Nope. Can't. Nope. Nope. I don't. Nope. Goes on the square edge. Close enough. I don't like it, but that's close enough. Okay. Jesus Christ, why is it taking this long? Okay. But we now have... From park, left side of pond, I think is ready. Let's see. Where am I going here now? Oh, right. That was something I was trying to do. Let's see. So now I want a oh, nope. Align to grid now. Can I raise? I can. I don't like how you do that. I only want it like half up. Deselect. Okay. Wait. Because I got to do align to grid. This one. Unsquare the edge. Deselect. Okay. Okay. There we go. This is what I needed to do. No, why do you not want to do that? Wait, I think we got it. I think we got it. Okay, because this is a little weird because this has to be a bridge over this portion. This is why I'm doing a very, very slight up. Okay, let's align to grid so I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I only want to go about 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, and then I'll have to drop down. This area is not that big. Actually, it's not even probably that long. It's probably more like this. That's 9, I think. That's 10, including the dam. Okay. So there we go. Okay, let me... Yes, there is a mild tilt up to one side that actually makes that perfect. So now let's do align you to grid again. We're going to square edge it. That's right, it goes on the square edge. And then we're going to go over to here. And let's go one more up and then do another little thing like what I had over there. And we're going to put a little garden in this section here, so that's not going to be totally, like, not used. Let's see. This is turning out scuffed, but who cares? Okay. Okay. You know what? Let's actually put you at one level lower than I had. And then I kind of need to make you do like this. Actually, wait, no. Let's put you like right here. For that one. Oh, this is gonna be a bad time. Deselect grid. 8. Why will you not let me go off of the middle one here? Okay, fine. We'll do align to grid and we'll do one more block path and then we'll try it again. Deselect. Why? Why do you not want to go off in the middle of this? You're dumb. Okay, that's as close as I think as we're gonna get. Okay, so there we go. That's a 45-degree angle. That is what I was hoping for. Okay, so now let me do... So I'm going to have to do a couple of weird things here. Oh, you know what? Let me do a little differently. So we have 1... Wait. 2, 3. There we go. So we're going to do that. And now we have to turn it around and do 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's try that. Okay, where do you... You're nearly perfect. You are nearly perfect. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, because I got a road that goes up this way. Oh my god, this is going to take forever, because there's like... Again, there's so much that's like pathing. I haven't even gotten around the small pond yet. I'm not even kidding. I haven't even gotten around the smaller pond. What is happening on my foot here? How did you get cut? There's a cut on my foot that I cannot explain. I apologize if I'm like all over the place today, but that is how... Like, what is happening? I'm literally just sitting here like, how the hell did that happen to you? Okay, I need another little bit of fuckery. Oh, that's perfect. I could do this. Okay, let's do 1. We're literally just going to do like this. It's tiny. It's a little... It's a creek, almost. Let's do like this. No, who said you could do that? Who said you could do that either? It goes in the square hole. I'm sorry, I can't... Apparently I need to cool down right now. I was just thinking about it goes in the square hole. Let me go ahead and non-square your edge. No! How did you delete all of that in one go? Why did you delete all of that in one go? Have I mentioned this game is still sometimes hard for me to understand its construction habits? Okay, align to grids for a moment so I can do this. Deselect grid. Let's turn it to 7. Will you work now? Oh my god, you won't work. You don't want to work for me. Why not, though? Okay, it kind of wants to do that, but I don't get it. Okay, let me align to grid with a non-square, and now will you work? I just want to create semi-interesting pieces of path. Why are you keep malforming them? I'm trying to create curving. You now? Will you now? Will you now? Oh my god, you might actually, but it's gonna kill me. Okay. We got the Ow, this hurts. That's a deep cut. Why the fuck? Okay. Stop aligning to grid. No. Stop aligning to grid. Do 4. Do 4. Okay. There. Hold. There. Okay. Oh my god, why? Okay, I want this. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh my god, this is going to be the death of me. Okay, align to grid because I need to square edge. It goes on the square edge. Okay, stop. Okay. This is driving me insane. I'm sorry. This is absolutely driving me insane. Okay. There we go. I think I screwed it over. I think I gotta do this all over again, because I fucked it. Why did I fuck it? All of the thing is already small. I don't like... Okay, no. Sure, go with that one. Go with that one. I don't... I can't create the water yet because I need to go all the way over there! Okay. We got this. We got this. We're okay. We're not okay, but we're okay. Okay, let's do... What would be sensible to go around the lake this way? These are based on dirt, by the way. These are all based on dirt paths, which is why I have all of... I should put dirt. Path. Dirt. So you're going to have a little dirt over here. And then we're going to have a little dirt over here. Okay, and now this needs to be mostly dirt too. I'm driving myself insane. I am kind of half driving myself insane with this, and I hate what it's making me do. There we go. Okay. So I have dirt pathed. You know what? Let me. Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna dirt path all of this damn shit up here. Align to grid. We're gonna do one extra little dirt path there because that looks cool. I'm driving myself crazy, and I apologize, but god dang. Okay. I think we're okay. We're not okay, but I think I'm okay for right now. There's so much pathing left to do. Okay, there's a very, very, very easy thing that I can do here for helping me with this. Okay. Ow. 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 Why? Ow. Okay. Let's do a That's the one I can do on the other side. Holy crap, I figured it out. Okay. Okay. I think, yeah, okay. We're going to do this. I'm like all over the place, and I apologize. I am only going to get like one thing. This is why we're doing the longer sessions. I've been streaming for 42 minutes, and I'm like, what? Like halfway done with one particular lake section? Like, help. I don't know why I'm hyper to like this today. Like, this is not normal. Oh my god, I put you too far up. I have to delete like half of this over here. What are you doing? Okay, you were 7, right? Yeah, you were 7. Okay. So we're gonna do... There we go. Hi, Vale! Holy shit, you're encountering a Yodi in an extremely awkward and, extremely awkward and somewhat out of it natural habitat. I am trying to create a zoo. I'm trying to create it based on the hometown, and oh my god, it's going crazy already. Because I am trying to mimic certain things with regarding pathing, and it's... Yeah, but suffice to say, I'm not as used to a lot of this as I thought I was going to be after some experience on Planet Coaster 2. Good. Yeah. 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 Your work. Yeah. I'm just imagining you like. Imagining you or anybody else reading my work and just being like, "Well, your work is good, but the way you tried to mimic that zoo and just went absolutely batshit. Yeah, that's a negative." The fear. Okay, let's do the 7 again. Come on, attach, please. Thank you. Okay, we'll have to do the align to grid and unsquare it again. I came here to chill, and yet I'm driving myself insane with this. Okay, I think I. What is that? Oh, that's the shadows from that thing peering in and out. Okay. Let's go down to 7. And connect. There we go. Okay. I think we're a little better off. Well, no. You see, the thing is, the fortunate thing about the fandom being, nobody's gonna blame you for running 5 pink fox girls in a game like that. Like, that's one that they'll be like, okay, we'll give you the excuse on. I would have done the same thing. There we go. Okay. I have. There we go. I have somewhat covered up my previous mistakes over there. I still think I probably did a little too much over here, but yeah, we'll just go with it. I need to watch that again. Oh my god, I love that movie. I need to watch it again. You don't know the sorts of people they have at the they associate with at the UN. I'd probably go up in their estimation. Said dead seriously. I love that line. Okay. Okay, yeah. I think I did a little too far. I mean, yeah, a little too far over when I did that initial one. So let's do... There we go. Okay, and now I can do... What do you mean obstructed? There we go. Oh, I do. I have it because I used to do it a lot for school. So yes, I do have Prime. Back when they let you do it for like book renting and stuff like that when I was in college. Okay. Align. Nope, no longer align. No line. Okay. I think that one's a little better now. And I think we're also going to do maybe not as much as I would have had initially. Where is... Oh no. Oh no. Okay, okay, I think I can make up for it. I think I can make up for it. Keyword think. No, don't align. I just need you. to connect with that, and you to somehow connect with this, and it doesn't want to. What determines as to whether or not you want to connect to a path or not, game? Like, oh my god, Planet Coaster 2, as much as I hate the new pathing system sometimes, is functioning a lot cleaner than this. How did that get to be the case? Like, actually, how did that get to be? There we go. Oh my god. It's taken me an hour just to get around the tiny lake. I haven't even hit the main... Does this even have a name? Does this lake even have a name? I don't even know if this little pond thing has a name. The big one that I haven't even started going around yet, and oh god, that's going to take forever, is Lake Evans. But, oh boy, it's going to take me a while to do that one, ain't it? Speaking of which, I can finally start doing that one. Okay, this one's going to be fun, though. This one, we're going to make this one fun, though. So let me see, where do I... We're going to make this one kind of fun. Because there's a lot of stuff that I can put around here that'll actually, like, enhance. Ooh, but I do already have to kind of start curving around because I got to go somewhat sharply down. Let's see. So let's do maybe like this. Yeah, because I already have to hit the rose garden at, like... I'm going to make this a little bit smaller than maybe it should be, but it needs it at this point, I can tell. There you go. Yeah, because, geez, I am already going to be, like... I'm already going to use maybe more land than I already need to for this. Where are you at? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, so I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go, okay. Align. Set that up. And now I can kind of continue down this way a little bit. And then we're going to make kind of a sharp right. And that's going to start the back half of Lake Evans. And this goes up for quite a while. And I'll have to do another curve like this in just a moment. But that's easy. Deselect. Another very wide curve. Let me see. Where are we at here now? So this is like the back side of the park, I think, now? I actually probably could do way bigger. Let's do length 2. That makes a little bit more sense, and so would taking that out. Oop, come on, you. There we go. Okay, I got that corner now. So now we're going to take that square and... Okay, deselect. There we go. Okay. Sorry, if I go quiet, I just have to keep referencing the map so I don't go crazy again. Although I think that's out of the question. I should be doing more editing stuff on my own stuff, but yeah, trying to get some more of my stuff off of Amazon and stuff like that, but that's more brain power than I have lately, he says as he immediately starts doing stuff like this. Yeah, like, so there's a lot of there's stuff I should be doing in order to get like books off of Amazon. I've been trying to get like I'm recording audiobooks in my spare time. I'm doing a bunch of like stuff for ebooks, and it's a pain. So I admire the fact that you are able to do that, but yeah. Also feeling a little tiny jealous because like I'm like trying to do it myself, and it's like wall. Of course, I'm also doing retail, so and we're dealing with the brunt of Amazon returns with retail. So yeah, that's not been fun either. I think I'm already almost where I need to be. Let me make sure. I actually need to turn a little bit different. Okay, so what we're going to do is back up a little bit. So plan for audio. I'm currently just doing my own because I do not have the money for it. Like it literally is coming down to like I do not have the money for it. I'm currently reading my own stuff. I have I have a series right now called The IoT Bites that I'm currently doing on my YouTube channel. And that's kind of how my audio style is right now, but it's still like it's not the best, but it's something. It's not the best, but it's something. The story of my the story of my writing career. Like I say that jokingly. I do very much like what I've created so far with it, but yeah. Yeah, so I'm just basically kind of going through and trying to get through. But yeah, it's just been between retail hours, and then I like doing the streaming stuff as well, so it's just been a mess. Okay, got that one. Line you up. Okay, so I got that one. So yeah, it's been... I'm very slowly, like, getting into all the stuff. I think it was the stuff that you actually mentioned on your, when we DM not too long ago. But yeah, it was stuff like that that I'm just very gradually setting the initial steps in place. It just is taking a while because... life. Where is... There you are. I mean, it's a simple explanation. It very much covers all the bases of what has been going on and why everything has been weird. Let's see. Over by this, I need to do... This one can stay as this. It just can't be on the floor. Oops, it's 2 still. There we go. Okay. Okay, I think I can now input all the water. Terrain. Sculpt. Let's make it 40 intensity. That's the biggest I can make it. Well, let's just start pushing the land down anyway. And there goes the Ko-fi notification. I need to plug that during streams more often, but I just have been lazy about that too. Okay, you know what? 40 is going to make it take forever. Let's bring you up to, like, maybe 60? Yeah, it's better. It doesn't need to be too deep. It does need to be significantly, though, in the center. Like, it ain't massive lake, but it's lake. There we go. Like, right around here. There's fishing permits can be acquired for Lake Evans. Yeah, that's actually pretty semi-accurate so far. Okay, now I need to bring you down, because you're also going to be a much smaller lake. Pond. Thing. Push you over that way. It's going to end right about here. No, it's got to go up to here. There we go. Bit smaller, doesn't have to have any deep holes like the other one did. But I do have to push you a little bit this way, because there's a little tiny bit of like a river or creek thing here. That's about as far as I think I'm going to go over there. And then this, I need to inch you down a little more. Oops, let me do maybe that. Yeah, there we go. And then there is a little offshoot off this way. Maybe about, I'd say maybe that big. Water to here. Doesn't quite make it. What do you mean obstructed? Where is it obstructed? What is obstructed where? That's better. I have a couple of dips that are in the wrong places, but we are almost there. Bend you down a little bit, and then... Okay, now here's going to be the tricky portion. Right about here, I actually need to pull you up a little bit so you're out of the water. And then there's going to be a island thing. Whoop, that looks weird. There we go. There's an island kind of right here. Bring all you up as well. Ooh, actually, I have a better idea. There we go. Ingenuity. Okay, now I can do a little bit of push down. These are not connected. And of course, this is not connected to that. This isn't that steep, but there we go. Oh, and then this is not... No. This is not connected to that. There we go. Actually, wait. Foundation. About there. There we go. Pull you up. Pull you up because you aren't that steep in between here. And water activation V2. I need to put you down a little bit here. V3. I got a couple bits here that I need to dunk down. Whoop, not 100. That 50 is more reasonable. V4A? Yeah, you kind of work. I gotta pump you down just a little more, though. There we go. Nope. I have a bit right here that don't work with it. Almost. V5? I think that's about as close as we're going to get. What am I building for? I am actually building a... This is based off of a park that I have by my house. So I was making a whole bunch of stuff that was just going to be like connected off to, yeah, just kind of based on that, basing on that. Just building like right now I'm building a little... Off to this side, there was a golf course that is now not going to be there for the zoo. Zoo takes precedence over that. Yeah, mine was, we had, my grandmother had an orange grove up in, this is going to give some of it away, up in what we call High Grove. So she had a bunch of orange groves up there. So me and my cousins would go into the orange groves, dig mini trenches, and then take a hose and just fill them all up with mud. I think I built the back end of the lake a little bit too much, but yeah, that's about right. That is about right. I'm surprised. I'm looking over this thing with the addition. Oh, I didn't. Do I have the newest DLC? Yes, I did buy the newest DLC. I bought it specifically because I am a coyote, and I'm like, hey, finally give me coyote in game. I need a little out here. There we go. Nudge you up a little, nudge you down a little. There we go. Yes, I was super excited when they were like, finally, like, Coyote is in the game now. And I'm like, yee, finally. Species represent. Let's see. I want more tree bark for this. Do you mod? No, I do not have any like modding experience or anything like that. I don't really do a lot of modding stuff. I've been very recently introduced to modding at all, with some of the stuff for combination of Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. I've done some modding. I've had some modding help with, and oh, what am I thinking of now? A game. Oh, I recently played Repo with some online friends with some modding stuff that allows you to turn your character into a yin. So yeah, that's the extent of my modding experience. Is the occasional like, oh, I have a couple of friends who are playing this thing and they're modding, and this is a mod that they're using for it. So that's all I've done. Not extensive. Oh, wait, now I remembered what I was going to do here. So, yeah, let's do... Now I remembered what I was going to do. I'm trying to build the rose garden section for this, but let me see. Align to grid, so I need... Wait. It's there. Okay. Okay. There we go. I mean, I don't know why I... Actually, you know what? I don't even know why I got that picky about it. I can do... There we go. Okay. And we'll do the same little kind of entry on that side. And then, let's see. Actually, wait, let me do align to grid. There we go. Okay. Ooh, actually, you know what? Yeah, I like that. I like that. Let's do that. I like that. Yeah. Make it slightly fancier. I actually haven't done too much even with the coyote yet. I've just mostly been trying to get everything in place here. So I haven't even had a chance to look at the default coyote. There we go. Okay. That's actually going to allow me to place down my first quote-unquote building. Go all the way over there. Select group. Edit. Facility. Is it facility? Yes, it's facility. It's animal exhibit. Filter. Actually, wait, no. Take off blueprint. There we go. Walkthrough exhibit. I already know exactly what I wanted to do with it. We're going to need to turn all of these to none. Okay, let's see. So now let's go ahead and do... There we go. This is what I wanted. Where is my doorway? Yeah, I could really do that? There we go. Okay, so now... Oops. There's my duplicate button. This is kind of weird. It feels like it's been a while since I played last, and it's like... So there's a lot of like, what am I doing? Ooh, better idea. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, there we go. Doop. There we go. Ha! I didn't know that could cause one to be rated. I've been watching enough of Syl streams that I'm like, I wonder what Syl thinks of that. That is curious now that you mention it. Yeah, where'd my roof go? There, where, there you are. This is the one. I'm actually going to move those. This, by the way, shall be a butterfly house sitting in the rose garden. I think that's an appropriate use for this. Bunch of butterflies among the flowers. I think that's pretty appropriate. I will admit it's taken me a long time to appreciate maned wolves, just because I don't know exactly what it would be counted as, but it's been one of those things where it's just like, it took forever for my brain to finally make the click of, nah, they're cool. Because I was just so obsessed if they're not wolf. Why would you call them wolf? They're not wolf. That's not what I'm looking for. And now I'm like, oh yeah, maned wolves, they're kind of cool. More of them. I would like more of them, please. It just took me a while to get there, but now I'm there. Yeah, this is actually pretty intense for me normally, so I don't usually do this. I usually like doing this kind of thing, but this is... Normally I do something a little bit simpler. I haven't been as much into modding. There we go. That probably gives it a little tiny bit more substance. Well, actually, let me do a little bit more, actually. Oh, wait, do you have a thing where I can do... Oh, you'll have the roof. Okay, let's do that. Let's do... curved roof. It's not quite official, but we'll have to do it. I mean... There's a lot of situations like that where it's like, you don't just... That doesn't leave your mind that easy. There we go. It's a little dirty, but I got it in there. Let's see. I now have some wood stuff that I can use for... Oh, wait. No, this is like the metal type, isn't it? Iron. Twilight Gothic... No, I don't need that type. This is probably closer, but... Oh, that's going to take a long time to do. Oh, that sounds awesome. Yeah, it's... Where the frick? I thought I had more gate. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, if I do this in white. There we go. Oh, this is going to be a pain, though, because now I got to do... Oh, this is gonna suck. I think OCD is about to come into play here. It is on it, but it doesn't auto-connect that way. It auto-connects that way. Wait, maybe if I talk... Why am I dumb? Why am I dumb? I've had this game for how long and I only recently knew that? It's actually been, like, I don't know how long it's been since I own this game, and I'm only just now finding that out. I actually have learned, like, oh, I need one more over. I actually learned, like, a lot about, like, positioning and stuff like that, and how to do more complex buildings playing Planet Coaster 2. But yeah, apparently it's just some of that either doesn't transfer over as well to this game, or I'm dumb. I'm more inclined to think the latter. After your first pathing rage quit. Yeah, it was... I think it was the pathing one that did it. Okay, now I gotta do it on the other side. Damn you, Rose Garden. Well, you're making me learn a thing, so yay! You have helped me learn a thing, so thank you! Oh my god, yeah, this is going so much easier. Why did I not know this before? Oh my god, that got completed in like a quarter of the time it probably should have taken. I do not. I am almost always in other people's discords more than anything. Yeah, usually my Discord involvement is more, oh hey, this person has a Discord, I'm gonna join theirs. Okay, so now I need to... Let's see now. Oh, am I still in the same grid? Oh, then that makes things easier. Let's see. I think I need... Yeah, I think Breeze is the closest for this. Okay, where are the all-important item that I need to put in here? We're going to build a couple of toilet stands. Let's do... I'm going to build them all relatively the same way. So let's do one there. I'll need one over here, I know for sure. Actually, that's pretty close. The other one I had was up here. The other one I saw on the map is up here. I'll definitely need one at the opposite side of Lake Evans, since I don't have anything over here yet. I probably could use one at the entrance, but I think I need to just do general stuff over there. Oh, you know what? Let me do slightly different location than that. I'm going to put a couple of different other ones around here. So let's do... Yes! So this is... Yeah, this is entirely being based off of a park that I have literally in my hometown. That I'm converting into a zoo. So this is like a 10-minute drive away. This park is like a 10-minute drive away from where I live. It's not that far. And then, yeah, this one right back here. And then, what was it? It was conservation? Is that the one that had the funky... It's this was the one I'm looking for. Okay, I think I might have to do something weird with this one. We'll make it work. Where's the other ones? There you are. Do it on the outside. And then... Ha! Actually, probably only need those two. So yeah, I'm adding a couple of extra ones, like, in places where I, like, it probably would be needed in this location, because I'm doing a unofficial recreation. So, yeah, there's, like... There is no bathroom here. There is something else, but this is going to be a bathroom location. Because that's an easy place for me to be, like... Within context of game, this is where a bathroom probably would go. Or this is where it would be easier to put a bathroom for guests. So they aren't constantly complaining about things. Okay, can I do... Gable vertical? Yes, I can! Where you go? This one here. We'll need it. This one here will need it. And that one there. I think I lost a thing over here. Yeah, you didn't have one. Okay. You have one. Okay, so now I need to go back to Breeze. Up here. One for each of you. Where'd you go? There's you. And the other one over here. Okay. Let's see. The red outline of death actually is helpful for me in a couple of aspects, just because... Oops, that's not what I wanted. Which is the nice one I want? Oh, you know what? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? This one. This one is the one I probably need here. Yeah, that actually matches the color, I think, that I usually see on the bathrooms there. Yeah, so for me, especially as I'm still kind of trying to learn, it helps me be like, oh, this probably is not sensible position to put this thing. So it's still very much still learning occasionally on these. And if I go up here and find a little curve piece. Okay. Yeah, so if I do a little couple of bits at the front entrance, that will make 5 bathroom places that I would have. Which let me actually go ahead and build my entrance before I get too far. This is now non-standard. This would not be in the original park. Be like a little visitor center kind of thing. Let's do 2 here. Oh, and let me actually do... I'm borderlining into creative. I should do a thing on here where I go through like Planet Coaster 2 and show some of the new stuff that I've been doing with that. Because I definitely have gone like full bore. Oh my god, there's a whole bunch of shit I'm doing on here creative. It just is taking a lot longer for me to get used to that game than it is for this. Line up, there we go. This one, I need to do more like a... Oh yeah, I need to put information here. And I think I'm just going to do this here, but it's going to be like an ATM. I personally enjoy both. Like this and Zoo Tycoon were like the Roller Coaster Tycoon and Zoo Tycoon were my childhood. So being able to do all of this in just a more extreme format to me was just like a godsend. Like, yay! Like they released it and I was honestly, it was like, I heard the announcement for the original Planet Coaster and I was like, yes! And then I heard the announcement for Planet Zoo and I was like, even more yes! So yeah, it was very much just a, both of these are very near and dear to me, and it was very nice to hear both of them existing again. And now let's do this. There we go, that kind of makes sense. And then we'll do this one. I don't have all of the DLCs for this one. I'm missing a couple of them just because there were certain animals that I was just like, I'll pass for right now. Not a dislike, just eh. We do... Archway. Where are you? There you are. But yeah, so there's been some of them that I skipped over, but for the most part, I have quite a few of them at least. Oh wait, I don't want that one. Where's the opaque? Where's opaque level 1? There you are. I don't know if I have the deluxe. That's one of the ones that I'm actually less sure on. Let's see. Where's 2? Where did 2 go? Where did 2 mean record? There you are. There we go. A couple of things I need to do to... There we go. Where are my letters now? Is it Soto? Is that the style that I like? Noto, is that it? No. Noto? No, it's the other type. What is the other type? Oh, duh, I could put font. Boogaloo, that's the one I like. And let's no longer position snap for a little bit. Oh wait, where did you go? T. It is slightly backwards. Actually, no. Let's do Noto. Noto looks better. Mount. Okay, I did have it correct. It's very slightly below. There you go. O M. Oh God, is it gonna fit? It will, if barely. Cool. And now we're gonna do... Down here, we'll do O. O. C. Spelling backwards is not easy. There we go. The letters fit. Let me actually... Oops, I need square edge. There we go, and then it'll dump out onto the dirt path that starts surrounding Lake Evans. Totally bad speller. Yeah, no, it takes a lot of thought for me to do a lot of stuff like that, like just even like the backward stuff, because I have to keep second guessing myself. Thankfully, due to my map, I had the spelling right in front of me. Otherwise, I've had to do like, oh God, there was one that I did in my spare time that I called Arrowhead Zoo and Gardens. Good lord, that took me forever to just to put the name in because it was just like, yeah, it was just like over and over again, just S N E guard R A. Like I had to keep doing like saying it forward and then being like, okay, this is where I left off. Okay. So backwards was not that much easier. Let's see. Where did the door go? I'm going to do a slightly different order than I usually use. Let's use that one. My favorite is this one. That door. I like it. Let's see. This one we'll need to put... Is it under toilet? Yes. Let's do position snap again. Yeah, let's go ahead and connect that to the other ones as well. So there we go. So I have all of those there. Here I will also need information. Let me also do where to go. Fascists. Yeah, I like this look. Actually, wait, I got a better idea for the information header. So let's go away from you. Info, back to sign. Up there. There we go. And now let's see if there's any new signage. Filter. Content. America's Pack. Coyote signage! I get to put my desert puppy. Hell yeah. Oh, bush dog. The one you were mentioning. Bighorn sheep. Rhea. Ocelot. Oh, you look cute. I forgot I might have to, even though I'm like going to go with a particular theme for the zoo, I might have to put the ocelot in because god dang it, it's so cute. Same with the flamingo. I don't know if I'll be putting in the flamingo specifically, but yeah. Let's see. Let's do other side here. Let's do, what was it? Where'd the wood one go? Oh yeah, Przewalski's. It's cute. I may not judge you. I may not judge your book by that, but I will judge you by that terrible pun. But it was also great. So keep at it. Oh yeah, I got the grasslands. Maine wolf? Oh hey, I kind of like that. I just noticed that. Well, of course I just noticed that. I literally just started working with it today. These two are done in relatively the same artistic style, and I kind of like that. Uniformity! Actually, what I was looking for was this one here. Look at that. It's a puppy. It's a good puppy. I'm going to put you over here and you over there. Oh, yeah, and we can also put other cat. which these ones I probably will be putting in. Well, some of these I will be putting in, so I think they're worth it. Why do you look like that? I just noticed the freaking bulging eyes on the moose. Why is the moose like... Yeah, but then you have like the bulging eyes on the moose. This still looks like a little bit more animated and stuff like that. And then you have like the wood signs over here with these ones. I like these signs, but yeah, it's like I'm kind of amused by that. What is that one? Oh, that's a tiger. Yeah, and then you have the specialized signs like that. Oh, the carcass. Yeah, that looks similar to the other ones too. So yeah, those ones are close. Deer. We don't talk about the North American signage. Oh yeah, the conservation ones. Yeah, the conservation ones are. I'm gonna put the Przewalskis in here because I will probably be doing a. Oh wait, did you include a donkey in one of them? I think they did include it. Let me see. Donk. American Standard Donkey. We do have it in here. Do I have a... Ooh, that now brings up a good question. Do I have a donkey? Dunk. We have Dunk. There we go. Or as I'm more familiar with, the burro. Okay, I need... Before I go too much further, ATM sign. Oh, not over the cougar. And let's do an awning over here. Let's do... What types do I have? Whoops, not W. The New World one I think will do nicely. The donkey the donkey is important for me at least, because they are found very, very frequently by my grandmother's house. My grandmother up in Highgrove, yet again, bringing her up. But yeah, my grandmother up in Highgrove constantly has to deal with burros. So she is constantly dealing with, like, this herd of donkeys that wants to just come in and eat up all their lawn and go through their groves, and it's like, no, she hates that. So there's a big fuss made over in Highgrove about the fact, because they also just ruin the place. There's a big discussion in Highgrove because they just ruin the place all over. Like, there's so much for, like, there's so much for just, like, there's so much, like, donkey shit on the roads and other stuff that's just, like, we need them out of here. We need them out. So there's a lot of, like... My grandmother is not alone up there. There's a whole bunch of them who are just like, we need these things out. So there's a whole bunch of, like, yeah. Oh, wait, Carter is the one I was interested in the most. Doop. Let's see. Oh, Windows. That's what I needed. I think that seems like a sensible thing to do here. Let's see. Are they invasive to the grandmother's area? I honestly do not remember, because I think not, because she's lived in the same house for I've now gone there as like on semi-monthly visits for like 30 years now. No, yeah, 30 years now. And it's constant. I mean, it's only constant within the last like 10 years. So it's only like relatively recently that they've had any sort of issue with it at all. So maybe they are, but I wouldn't know entirely for sure. Okay, now I gotta check something. If I do an ATM... Finance, there you are. ATM. Oh, cool. I can just kind of set it right like that. And because of the primary bank around here, you could actually no. I have 2 different banks around here, so we can actually do... Oh, that'd actually be cool. Let's do that. And then duplicate. Put another one right over here. And we'll go to the other bank. Weird way of being accurate, but yeah, we can do that. So yeah, I don't know if... I wouldn't know if they're entirely if they are, but I wouldn't be surprised if they are. Let me put it that way. Alright, facility. Let's go ahead and put our basics. So we have a restroom. One there. One there. One there. And one there. Let's go ahead and put the gravel over here. Put one there. There's that. And then... There we go. Okay. Now I need to find a wood fencing. Plank, that's what they call it. Get out of here, bot. Yeah, the ban evasion. Yeah, of course you would be. And of course we're gonna block you. You don't get to do jack shit, boy. Away you go. I've accepted if I don't get like a ton of people, I am okay. The fact that I have some people who do is enough. Can I customize you and do like a white one? No, I can't. That is fine. I will do that. So I have a little bit of a garden out here in front. There we go. I'm also going to do that around the majority of the zoo. I'm not going to do a ton yet, but I can at least put a couple of here. That I would have to look up. Do they require a lot of climbing? Because usually if they require a lot of climbing, I tend to make it about at least 3. Especially like for certain things like well, actually, certain things like red pandas, and I can usually make 2 because they're tiny. But raccoons, I usually do 3. Oops. Typing in rack. That's not what I'm trying to do. That's what I wanted. The vertical wooden plank. So I can start making some of these bridges. I'll need another one over here. Actually, yeah, this is actually okay to do. And where did you get placed? Oh, you probably got placed somewhere underneath the thing. That's not a thing. That is not an issue at all. Forgot that one over here. And then I had one more over here, which we are going to use the metal plank. Actually, wait. I wonder if I can do... Let's not do construction. Oh, Jesus! Didn't realize it would delete water when I did that. That scared me. That kind of scared me. There we go. Yeah, that's not usually a problem that I have. I can understand how it would be a problem, but that's not usually one I run into. All right, edit this one so I can now do... There we go. That one's a little bit more straight across. These ones actually do have a definitive, like, up, over, down. Not changing it, too lazy. Okay. I do have a couple of, like, really good areas that I could already put in, like... I know I could put in some stuff for, so yay. Like, exhibits and stuff like that, so yay. Let's see. I do want to make a couple of areas first before I go too much further. Like, for example... let's see. I know I want a restaurant. I want a restaurant and a couple of places that are just food stalls. Oh, you know what? This is the golf course up here would be a good place for a restaurant. Down here, I'm going to do general food stalls. So let's do... I think what I'm going to... Okay, yeah, I know what I'm going to do now. Okay. Oh, wait, let me do something before I go too further. Before I go too much further. I dang near forgot a very important part of the whole park. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to alter some stuff for it. Ah, me and my finicky self. Deselect. 7 again. There we go, that'll work. Okay. So now we're going to delete you. Neat. I have wanted to try an integrated thing like that. I'm just not good at it. Line to grid. Square edge. There we go. Okay. Not blueprint. Not the blueprint. Let me also arrange this again. There we go. I'm almost forgetting a landmark. Okay, this one I think I need to do plaster. Not that type. Oh, you know what? No. Let's do concrete. Concrete will be easier. And I think, what are you? I can just do E. Apply. Is that correct? Apply. That is not as bright a white as I would have thought. Let me try that again. Color editor. Apply. There we go. Now I have you at the brightest one. And I really honestly need you at a 2 first. No, at a 1. There we go. Ooh, maybe I'll put my food stall in here. That's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, they're going to put the food stall in here. No. No, that split from group. Duplicate. There we go. That's me being incompetent. It's not the game. Back to conch. We'll do some mild creative liberties with this. Stuff that is not in the original, but we want them there anyways. Let me switch back over to group 2. There we go. I'm going to put... We'll just do one size, like that. And now I need... There we go. So we'll put some tables and some benches up here, and this will be a food area. Oop, I need duplicate. And we'll do some of you. Ooh, you know what? I have a better idea. No, I don't actually. I was about to say, like, I have a better idea. And then I thought about it and I'm like, no, that's actually not a better idea. Oh, now I have a way better idea, actually. Let's see. So, yeah, so we're going to delete most of the pathing up here. Actually, wait. What if... Facilities. What if I turn this into my exhibit house? Or what if I turn it into a exhibit house? And you know what? Let me also put you on this style pathing. Okay, this is actually a good point where we stop and consider exactly what I need for this zoo. So I'm going to do... So here's the idea that I had. I'm going to create a zoo. Since it's my hometown, I do want to make it thematically appropriate. I'm going to do stuff that relates to my hometown. So let's go to continent North America. And we're going to need heavily to rely on this screen. I live in Southern California. I'm going to try and match a lot of the species that I see or know. If I can't match it exactly, I might use something that is appropriate to the habitat or to the area. So we'll go by that. So like for example, alpaca, mostly down here, not going to do it as much. Alpine goat, I don't know how you're in North America and then you go put me in something in Europe, but I see now distributed worldwide, but place of origin, no. Alligator. Don't see too many of those around here. Bison. There's actually 2 spots where bison actually are located. It's not here. I don't know if it'll actually put it. Let me see if it has it in species data. Or general information. No, it doesn't, but there are actually 2 bison habitats that are both living on military bases one is living on a military base that has been designated as basically a habitat for a herd of bison, and there's also some that live off the coast of California in, I think it's the Chaparral Islands. So, yeah. Oh, that's a... Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting. Isn't it like it's a saltwater crocodile and the American alligator? Alligator freshwater, saltwater crocodile, obviously saltwater, so it would be more towards the ocean. So let's see. So bison actually would be something that I can do. Going back to this. I do want a small herd, so let's put 3. So let me do... So our first one. Our first species that we are going to include. I'm making a note on my phone. Our first species that we are going to include, and a very good one for conservation anyways, would be American bison. And I will need about 600 square meters of space. Heading down, American bullfrog. I might include a bullfrog because there is a lot of frog and toad species around here that I do not have access, that I don't still technically have access to. So, yeah, I might include that one, but we'll see how big the list goes before I hit that point. American flamingo. Once again, Hits a lot of the eastern coastal regions. Don't see too many of them over here in California. Obviously, we're putting the donkey. So obviously we need a donkey, and donkeys apparently take up a heck of a lot of room. What's your species? You only need 1 to 6, so I'm only going to put you, like, 2. 2 puts you at... Oh, and let's also put... I need to note for how many I'm basically making the room for. So for 3, so now we have the American Standard Donkey. For 2, it's 650 meters squared. And similar to you, casual zoologist, I'm very much one of those people who's like, yeah, but a casual zoologist. I live in North Carolina. I'm like a nationalist, but only for the state of North Carolina. That's what it feels like for me when I go to zoos, and like there are animals. There's quite a diverse habitat species around here that I do not see in like any zoos but one. There's one that actually does a really good job of it. If you go to the Living Desert Zoo in Palm Desert, there is actually a lot of North American animals, and I'm like, awesome. Also, yeah, it's kind of weird. Venus flytraps only here. That's like, that's surreal. That's something you always think of as like exotic, and it's like, nope, it's else. It's there. Axolotl, yeah, it's only a little tiny thing in Mexico. Bighorn sheep, we have those. And you are 3 at minimum. 5'10". You're still smaller. Bighorn. I wrote bughorn. Bughorn sheep. Yes, that is exactly what we need. And that is going to be 510 meters square. That already puts us at 3. Black-tailed prairie dog. Don't see too many of these around here. Boa constrictor? Obviously not. I'm debating, because California sea lions I probably could put them in weirdly in Lake Evans. But I'm not going to. I'm going to say that, the zoologist in me used to know all of those different definitions, and then it's been too long since I actually practiced any of it. I actually did try to go for zoology at one point, and then I realized it needed a hell of a lot of calculus, and I just was like, oops, I have to nope out of that one. The cloudless sulfur is one variety of butterfly I could put in here. I'm going to hold off. Do we get the pig? I think we technically do not get the pig. Cougar, however, we do. There are plenty of cougars around here. My mom works at a place, literally there's like a tiny little hill that she has to go up to work, and then there's enough like dry area behind that there is actually a risk of mountain lions and bobcats. And they've had sightings. So yeah, within 20 minutes drive, I can be at risk of a mountain lion. Not even going up into the hit. That's not even including going up into the San Bernardino Mountains. I can be at risk. So cougar, definitely. And that is only 2 that I need for this one. And it's still big. Meter square. And obviously, look at that thing spread. Also, Jesus Christ. San Bernardino, yes. San Bernardino is a real place. I live in... Okay, this is giving a little more away than I would like to, but yes, I'm going to do that. The San Bernardino Mountains border the actual city of San Bernardino. I live right below San Bernardino. Like, just south of San Bernardino It just it continues. The city changes. That is where I live. Well, more towards downtown. It's like 20 minutes for me to drive to San Bernardino, but literally, it's like, well, 15 minutes for me to San Bernardino, but it's literally 15 minutes to San Bernardino, 15 minutes, and then I hit the San Bernardino mountains. As a matter of fact, I went to Cal State San Bernardino, so yeah, very much a real place. Not contributing to my actual liking of that, but yeah, that is, yeah. Saw someone make a zoo based off of San Bernardino and thought it was just a made up California-ish name. Nope, yeah, there's there. It's there. It's there. The San Bernardino Mountains are right to the north of San Bernardino. That is also where you have the Cajon Pass, which is also where Big Bear is around that area. So yeah, real place, real area. Back to this. Coyote's got a lot of room apparently. Need to wander all over the place. You need 1,035 meters squared. I have places for that, but yeah, that is huge. Doll sheep, that's too far up. Diamondback terrapin, you are on the East Coast. I might have to extend. Why do you avoid California? Look at that perfect chisel right there. That is just like the giant desert hare scorpion looks at California and go, nope. All the way up through Arizona, out through Arizona, through Nevada, into Utah, looks at California, nah. It kind of does the same thing with Texas, the borderline of Texas and the Rio Grande. It just kind of looks at that and goes, nuh-uh. Oh, the Gila monster kind of does it too. California right over here. It goes into north. I might have to expand just a little bit of what I do. Gray seal, no. Green iguana doesn't go up that far. Grizzly bear, a little too high. Highland cattle, you go all over the place. Sheep, you're all over the place. Jaguar goes up surprisingly far north. But yeah, I think there's a couple of varieties of horned lizards that are in Australia, but there's also just a couple of varieties that are over here. I might have to expend a little bit. Monarch, that's the one I was thinking at. Monarch. I usually like putting about at least 5. Actually, no, I like putting 4, and then they will explode in population. And that is an E for exhibit. Moose, do not have enough. 9-banded armadillo, doesn't go far enough. North American beaver, hey, I could put that one in here for genuine. Oops. North American beaver. And you will require... Okay, good, you only require 2, because you're huge. Jesus Christ. Okay, ooh. I have like 2 places that already would be almost good for you to start out with. There are white Jaguars are native to the United States. No, that's just Ted. Hey, I to give it credit, I thought about giving myself a Jaguar persona at some point, but I also was just like, no, that doesn't fit. The big, huge, like, big, giant cat does not fit me personality-wise. I am either the coyote, because I am a semi-intelligent gremlin, or a cheetah, because I can be very sweet if I get to know you, but otherwise I'm anxious as fuck and tend to run. Okay, this is going to be this is going to be quite a bit of rooms, because it's 525 meters squared of land, plus 367 meters squared of water. That's a big one. That is almost as big as the cougar exhibit, I think. Let's see. Ocelot. Old World Swallowtail. I think I could, but we're not frequent enough for a range. Polar bear, obviously not. Jesus. Pronghorn. This is an interesting one because pronghorns used to live here, so I'm going to include them. What do you need? You need oh, you're 1 to 11, but I usually like including 3. So we have pronghorn. Pronghorn antelope for 3. Oh yeah, you're for 2. So for 3 pronghorn, I only need 430 meters square. Very small. Don't. Oh, that's 2. I still only need 490. Not very big. They are the smallest ones so far. And now we get into a good set that I can actually include. Raccoon. I'm going to only include 2 of you. Oops, that's 3. Nope, I need 2. And that is going to be 255 meters squared land plus 25 meters squared climbing space plus 15 meters squared of water. So that's actually a pretty intensive amount that I need here. Red fox. Red fox, we will once again need 2 of you. Don't see too many of these guys around, but around where I live, but I know I've seen them going up to the mountains for the foxes. The ones I'm more likely to see, 290 meters squared for the U. The ones I'm more likely to see are the raccoons, the coyotes, the skunk. You can smell these motherfuckers from a long way away. Striped skunk. Do another 2 for you. And you are also very small, 222 meters squared. Pretty sure all the canines are just familiar. They're close, yeah. Alright, yeah, so I think I only have... I have 11 species, which isn't bad, but I think I can expand that a little bit if I just go American. So let's do that. American bullfrog. So that is right here. So I was going to do California Prejudice, but that doesn't give me very much. So let's just do a little bit extra. E for the bullfrog. Flamingo. Let me see. We've had there once was a skunk that was in our driveway. And there is a gate that prevents it from coming. There's a wooden gate that prevents it from going into the thing, but it tried. It gave it a shot. But it couldn't do that because we had at the time 3 dogs. And one of them bit at it from under the fence, and it sprayed the fence. Mercifully, nothing in the face of any of the dog. The dogs were fine, but oh my god, the stink lasted for like 3 weeks before we could get rid of it. Just... yeah. It took forever to get the damn thing out. Oh yeah, I have it where I do not allow it because I just see too many damn bots come through. I don't allow a whole bunch of links to come through. Let me see. What else would I want to put? Oh, boa constrictor. I usually like one of those. Preference. I must have A. snake in here. That's an E. Let's see. Diamondback terrapin. Can't go wrong with the turtle. And that is also an E. You know what? Let's bring the giant desert hairy scorpion in. Oops. Green iguana. I like myself a lizard. Yeah, a skunk looking at you versus loud noise and decides you're the better option. I don't know. There's a part of me that'd be like honored, and a part of me that'd also be starting to run in the exact same direction as the skunk. Yeah, let's put you in here. We're getting you. Red knee tarantula. Tarantula. We have a ton of spiders around here. I feel that needs to be represented. Noticing what I'm putting in right now is a lot of exhibit stuff, which is fine for me. I usually like making little houses. 9-banded armadillo, you're an easy one. Armadillo. And if I want to put 2 of you in here, you are very small. You are only 198 meters. The smallest one, I think, of the bunch. And let's go ahead and bring in the... Why do you not want to scroll? There we go. Western Diamondback, because I have... Oh, yeah, that's a fun one. That's a fun one. My family lives... They are now developing the area, but back when they were not developing it as much, there was a whole... like bunch of worn out paths where the trucks were going, where the trucks bringing up stuff and starting to get the area ready for development would go through, and they'd kind of like tear down the bush. But that left pathways through all the fields up there, so we were like, oh, okay, we can go and use that now and just walk through there. So I've had 2 encounters with rattlesnakes up in those areas. The first one was just kind of off to the side in one of the off to the side in some bushes. And it rattled and let us know it was there, but nothing happened in particular. It just kind of was nearby and was just kind of like, hey, don't worry about it too much. I'm here, though. I'm here. Just don't bug me. The other incident, however... So, this is a big one. Once again, walking through the same areas, the development's a little bit further along, so there's now a lot of cleared out places where there's not as much brush. I don't know what the hell happened. I am sitting here with I am walking here. I don't know what is going on with me, but I have a walking stick and I have a dog. So dog is on a leash, walking stick in the other hand, and I'm going through, and then all of a sudden, I put down the walking stick. Underneath me is this like thing that is squishing, and the walking stick is like sitting on top of it, and I hear from right underneath me. Boing, 2 feet in the air and run. And I turn around, and it turns out that my walking stick had pinned a rattlesnake right behind the head, and that is the only fucking reason I didn't get bit. I don't know how I was dumb enough not to see this thing, because it's in the middle of a massive cleared out portion of land where there's no brush. There's no brush there at all. It's late at night. No, it's not late at night. It's more like twilight. The sun is almost down. So it might have been sitting out there in the middle of this, like, cleared off place sunning itself earlier in the day and just hadn't gotten the energy to get up and move yet. But it was sitting there out in the middle of the open. I don't know how my brain didn't register that there is this weird thing in the middle of the path. Maybe I should avoid it. But I didn't notice a damn thing until pin. Oh my god! Like the oh my god being my mother screaming for dear life behind me because I had pinned a fucking rattlesnake under my walking stick. And surprisingly, neither me nor dog got bit. I still don't know how. I still don't know how that I was blind enough to not see this thing in the middle of the path, nor that this snake did not have the energy to turn around and freaking bite at me or even warn me of its approach until I'd stepped on the damn thing with a dog. So yeah, that happened. I came out of it okay. The snake came out of it okay. We were all a little more scarred, but none worse for wear. It just went crazy. Nobody else. Like, I was, it should be noted that I was like 15 feet ahead of the group. So I was the only one ever at risk of this damn thing. Nobody else was ever within range of this damn snake. I was just sitting there walking along with the dog, just like, okay, let's just go home. Let's just get this thing over with. Think. What the hell's going on? Yeah. I don't go walking up there no more. That's not a thing that I like doing anymore. That's not a normal thing that I do. To be fair, I'm not a big fan of like any hiking or whatever anyways, but that definitely like sealed the deal. Where it was just like, nope, I ain't doing jack anymore. So yeah, that's a that's a thing that happened. Which is also a far cry from any other experience that I've had with snakes out there ever. I should also note, because anything else that we've been out there is like corn snakes or rosy boas. That's it. That's what we usually see out there. And then the one that I nearly step on is the asshole who would have bit me if I didn't smack it upside the head. So yeah. Okay, put in a whole bunch of going back for a little bit. I put in a bunch of other things that were exhibit basis. I'm going to put a couple more habitat ones in here. So let's do, why the heck not? Prairie. There, no, it's prairiary. Prairie. Get the other I in there. There you go. What are you? Are you a 3 or a 4? Yeah, we're going to make you 3 and put you 2 home 4. Yeah, that's something I would recommend. Honestly. Don't step on a rattlesnake. There's your lesson for today. Let's see. Let me actually... Bears are common. Let me put a grizzly in here. Grizzlies aren't. We usually get black bears, hence the name Big Bear. Or at least not common to Southern California, at least. You only require 800. No moose. Actually, let me check something out real quick before I go too much further. Because I might have to make an exception. Okay, that is something I don't know if I actually have available. Yeah, I don't have one here, so we'll have to do this. I think the closest is the is it going to be the European fallow, or is it going to be the other type? What's the other one? Red. Red deer versus the European fallow. I think European fallow are no, it's the red. Because we have 3 different types of deer species. Let me actually look these up. We have 3 deer species in California, and none of them are in the, None of them are in the, are in the game so far. So I might have to use a various whitetail. Okay, that's the... Okay, so whitetail, mule deer. Okay, yeah, so the closest one is the European fallow deer. So let me do the fallow deer. So that is not a specific Californian animal, but it's the closest I can put to anything in here. European fallow deer. And let's put 3 in there so we have a little mini, like, herd. Yeah, you need 3 at minimum. But you're very small, and still you only require 450 meters squared. The reason I'm picking the fallow deer over any of the other ones is because of its general... how to put it? Similarity to other types. I have the white-tailed deer and the black-tailed deer. Both are California native species, from as far as what I could tell. Or at least they are found here in North America and California. The European fallow deer is the most closely related to that versus the red deer. The red deer is not as close taxonomically, according to what I saw. If somebody can correct me on that, fine. I did a very, very quick bit of research right now, but obviously I wouldn't call myself an expert on it. But that means that the European fallow deer is the closest one for what I would need for the game. So, to make my North American zoo, I now have... 3... Get down there. I am almost done this. I am almost done here, probably. I'm only going to be... Yeah, I think this is basically where I'm going to have to leave off right now. I'm going to finish off the little boathouse, but once I get this done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 species. It's actually not bad. So the next time I continue this, we will start off with a couple of these. So we have, in total, the American bison, the American bullfrog, the American standard donkey, the bighorn sheep, the black-tailed prairie dog, boa constrictor, cougar, coyote, diamondback terrapin, turtle, European fallow deer, giant desert hairy scorpion, green iguana, grizzly bear, Mexican red-knee tarantula, monarch, nine-banded armadillo, North American beaver, pronghorn antelope, raccoon, red fox, striped skunk, and the western diamondback rattlesnake. There we go. That seems like a good amount of species for a zoo. There's actually going to be quite a few of the species of the little houses that I'll have to create, which is fine, because I want to create like a couple of different nexuses and stuff like that to put them in. But for the right now, let me actually put a couple of these in place here. So like this one, I'm going to put Monarch Butterfly House. So in the rose garden, we'll have that. Whoops, I forgot something here. Let's see. Let me put the... This seems like a good place for the diamondback terrapin and the bullfrog. Both water species. Oop. And let's finish off this little boathouse here. Duplicate this so I can do... And let's get the slope in here. Oh, I forgot to put... Whoops, you have to put... Tend to shy away from exhibit houses. Oh, yeah, whoops, I didn't see that one from a long way back. I tend to shy away from exhibit houses. Try to incorporate exhibits into my habitats. Most of the time, what I'm basing mine off of whenever I do an exhibit house is there is the... There's two styles that I like in particular, and that's either the San Diego Zoo has one version that I like a lot, which is they do most of the type they have just in like the old reptile house. This is a huge nostalgia factor in it for me. Very nice. It's a very nice, like, well-designed one. It has a ton of species in it, including some really rare ones, like the, as far as rare snakes go, there's the Balin's python that I'm always super happy to see. They usually have a boa constrictor, green anaconda. So they have, like, a couple of really neat things in there. I want you one higher. I want this one more up. Duplicate for me, please. So, yeah, so I have that. Oop. Am I missing something in the chat here? Oh, okay. But, yeah, so there's either the San Diego Zoo style, or it's the, oh, what's the other one? San Diego Zoo style, by the way, also would include, there you are. Okay. I couldn't see the height it was at for a moment. San Diego Zoo style would also include stuff like the Wild Animal Park, or as they now know it, the Safari Park, which has very much the same... I don't know how that got in there. There we go. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So, the Wild Animal Park has a very similar... Why does it keep going on that? There we go. The Wild Animal Park also has a very similar feel with regards to its, quote-unquote houses. So I just kind of stick with that variant. Or there is also the, Los Angeles Zoo style. Los Angeles Zoo incorporates them a little bit better, but they still kind of have a general... how to put it? They still kind of have a general, like, a, Yeah, I'm like blanking on the name for some reason. I don't know why. Oops. Good lord, I wish I had known about this method sooner. Oh, but now you don't want to go the other way. That's why. No, get in there. There we go. The LA Zoo incorporates them a little bit better, but they still have like these little rotunda areas. So it's not all concentrated in a single house. They still have like a... No. They still have like these... I can't think of how to put it. Yeah, like the rotunda is the best way that I can think of to put it. They just have like these rotunda areas that are like... You enter at one end, there's like a 270-degree circle of stuff in there. Most of them are kind of open. Except for anything poisonous is behind glass, obviously. But, yeah. That's how Los Angeles Zoo puts them. So it's not all concentrated, they're kind of spread out across the zoo. Those are the main ones that I know nearby here. There's also the, also nearby we would have the Santa Ana Zoo. Orange County, I think, has one. Oh, okay, fine. Yes, venomous. That is me. That is my fault. I will fully admit. I mean, obviously you don't. I mean, if they're poisonous, you also want them behind glass because you don't want people licking them and being stupid. Yeah, you don't want people being stupid and licking them all over the place. So it kind of applies. Okay. Well, I think that is where I'm going to have to stop for right now. Okay. But yeah, I got at least the major geography, and I got one of the kind of boathouses. This is supposed to be like a boathouse, old style boathouse that we have here. You can actually rent paddle boats in the original park. And I'm thinking about incorporating something similar here. If I do facilities, where did it go? No, transport rides. Transport riverboat. I might actually like put a boat that just kind of, you know, starts here and goes around the lake as like a, hey, like concession to the original, this should be here kind of thing. I don't know if I will yet, but it's tempting. It's very tempting to put one of those in there. But we'll see. Anyways, so yeah, I might do that at some point. Kind of make a little boat ride that just kind of goes around Lake Evans instead of the paddle boat, since I wouldn't be able to do that. Ooh, would I want to do that, or would I want to put the steam train in? I could do the train. Nah, train would involve a ton of work that I don't have right now. A ton of work that I don't want to put in right now. I'm going to modify one thing real quick here before I leave, though. I am deciding on something very slightly different with this section here. Which would be that. Purpose being, I'm going to put a fountain there. And, you know, let me do that. There we go. Yeah, so there will be a fountain like in that little section there that isn't normally there. That's normally a roadway that goes. I didn't want to do this part. Yeah, so. But that's a good start point, at least, for this. Yeah. I will probably be working on this a lot more. A lot more on the, like, the geography and stuff like that. But that is a fair basis. So, yeah. I am now actually kind of tired and have a couple of other things I need to do before I drop off tonight. So, otherwise, I'm going to end it there. But I do want to give a thank you to, what is the official, Vale, who fights cats, and the casual zoologist for hanging out in the chat. Much appreciated. As well as anybody else who's just watching or following along on the sides. That, again, all sorts of support are appreciated. So whether you are actually hanging out in the chat and stuff like that, or you're just sitting here watching along in the back, watching along in the wings, that is also completely fine. I am happy with any sort of support that you are able to give. All of that is very much, it makes me very much appreciative that somebody is watching and enjoying watching me and my silliness and insanity. Because there's plenty of it to go around, apparently, as you can see here. Anyways, that is going to be all for me for right now. Thank you all so much for watching. Until you meet again on these dusty trails, have a howling good day. Take care.